You're trying to decide between the MomMed S21 versus Momcozy M5 Smart. Stick around. In this video, I'm going to compare both of these affordable wearable breast pumps so you can easily decide which one is best for you and your needs. Now, in terms of features, these are very comparable. Suction-wise, the MomMed S21 is 280 millimeters of mercury suction strength. The Momcozy M5 Smart is 285 millimeters of suction strength. So suction strength, there really isn't too much difference in terms of levels. So how strong those pulls are going to feel. You have 9 different adjustable modes on the M5 and 12 on your S21. So you do have slightly more with the S21. Love having as many options as possible because I do feel like that really helps you fine-tune your pumps to best suit you. Though in saying that, 9 is really quite adequate. It's a really good gauge to be able to find a suction level that suits. In terms of modes, now again, both of these have 3 different modes you can choose from. Both have your stimulation, which are the faster suctions for initiating your letdown. Then you have your stimulation mode, which are the longer, deeper pulls for drawing out your breast milk. And then the M5 Smart has a mixed mode, so it's the combination of these shorter suctions followed by a deeper. And on both the stimulation and mixed modes, it also has micro vibrations. So imagine that your nipple is in, you get this slight vibration as you are pumping. The intention of this is to help loosen up milk in your milk ducts, also provide that little bit of extra stimulation for your nipple, overall help with your output. Now, I will say some mums respond really well to this and it's a huge benefit. Others don't like the sensation of it. It's unfortunately something that you can't turn on and off. So if you're somebody that knows that you don't like micro vibrations, you won't like the M5, but for most mums, it's beneficial. Now with your MomMed, you have the 2 modes with the stimulation and the expression, and then you have a third auto mode. Now this is a mixed preset pattern where you can turn it on and let it run through your entire session without having to go through and swap and change settings. So that's a really nice benefit there. Now, there is no micro vibrations, but I will say a lot of mums find that the suction cycles with the MomMed S21 are stronger. So even though they have on paper a very similar suction strength, it's the cycles that feel a little bit faster. So how quick they pull and release, they're a little bit faster. And so a lot of mums find that overall it feels stronger than what you're getting with the M5 Smart, which has a little bit of a softer suction feel to it overall. App-wise, you don't have an app with your MomMed S21. You do have one with the Momcozy M5 Smart, not the original M5. This is newer for the Smart version. I will say that it is quite a basic app, so you can only turn your pump on and off, pause, a few features, but it's definitely not as advanced as some of the other pumps in the Momcozy range where you can adjust speed cycles, etc. It is a more basic app with the Momcozy M5, but I guess a benefit to having the app is if you're at work and you're trying to be extra discreet, you can easily turn your pump on and off. You can also track your sessions, your output. So there is some benefits, even though it's simple, there are definitely benefits to having an app. Now, when we talk about flanges, they are both similar in terms of this soft silicone. Both of them have the design where you have this lip that needs to go up and over your collection container. It's a very standard 24 millimeter size with the MomMed S21. With the M5 Smart, you'll notice that it is slightly different. You have a harder silicone around the flange tunnel. You have this double sealed flange, so this then helps just to give that extra sealing when it comes against your breast, which is a big benefit because any air gaps can lead to loss of suction. Again, it's a 24 millimeter flange. Both come with flange inserts, so if you're not a 24 millimeter and you need to reduce that size, they do come with a 17, 19 and 21 millimeter in the pack, so you can reduce this flange tunnel down to suit right from the start, which I do love. Do also like that you can get a larger size with the S21. You can order a 27 millimeter option when you're purchasing your pump. So if you are somebody with a larger nipple size, this may be quite beneficial. Size-wise, if we're talking design, now the MomMed S21 is smaller than the M5 Smart. It's also lighter. It's not a huge difference, but for those that are really looking for a discreet pump, one that's a little bit smaller, then the S21, you can see there, is slightly thinner, but also shorter. Capacity-wise, surprisingly, the S21 is larger capacity as well. It's a 6 ounce versus 5.4 with the M5 Smart. Battery life, now here's where the M5 Smart does win. It's got an upgraded battery compared to the original M5, where they've now made the runtime up to 180 minutes off a single charge. So that is really great, gives you multiple pumping sessions. You can get up to 150 minutes of runtime off a single charge with the S21, but there is a 30-minute difference, so that's an extra pumping session that you don't need to charge your pump for. In terms of noise, now the MomMed is slightly quieter. I will turn it on so you can hear. So that was in the stimulation mode. This is the, turn that up. Sorry, I'll put them in the same modes. So on paper, the MomMed S21 is around 45 decibels and the Momcozy M5 Smart is targeted at less than 50. They're both pretty similar. You will hear them in a completely whisper quiet room, but with a little bit of background noise, you won't really notice them. Okay, but here's one of the biggest differences, and that is the price. Now, the Momcozy M5 Smart retail recommended price is $199. You will probably, if you've been looking at Momcozy for a little bit, notice that they do have sales quite often. And I do have a discount code for it that you can use for both Amazon and on site. Brings it around, if I checked the price today on Amazon, and with my code is about $150. That said, The MomMed S21 retail price is $130, but I do have a code for 25% off. So when I typed that all in on their website today, it brought it down to just around $75. So price-wise between these two, it is actually quite a big difference. The M5 Smart's nearly twice the price. So which one should you choose? There are some features that the M5 Smart has that the S21 doesn't. It's got that app integration, it's got the micro vibration, it's got that extra half an hour battery life. It also does come with a few extra accessories like a carry case that are included in that price. With the MomMed S21, it is slightly more basic, but you do have that stronger suction feel. And you got to ask, do you need those extra features for the price? If the answer is yes, if you need the app and that's going to be really beneficial and you're going to use it, then the Momcozy M5 Smart's a really popular wearable pump. If you are occasionally pumping or just looking for a secondary wearable to get you through occasional pumping, then I think the MomMed S21's, again, a really solid choice. It is one of my favorite budget wearable breast pumps. It is one that I do recommend. So especially for the price, I think for the price that this is a really solid choice. But it really just comes down to what you need. So I hope this video has helped. If you have any questions, please ask and I'll do my very best to answer. If you found this helpful at all, I really appreciate a thumbs up. It does help the content get seen by other pumping mums. And if you want more videos like this, hit that subscribe. Cheers.